Again, like yesterday we discussed, I will give you the overview and we'll go for how to connect to the servers. Okay. See here, for example, if I am going to the servers, I can create the server step by step. If you have any questions from anywhere, you can ask. And here, how to create the server? Very simple. Launch instance, and you can select what AMI you want. Suppose if customer need Windows server, you can select the Windows AMI. Then what are the model of the servers? You can select model. Then here you need to provide on which network you want to create the server and all. Yes, we can create the server in the respective network. What is the how much storage, extra storage you want? You need to select that. Then tags also we understand from where you want to access the server. What is the port you need? Everything you already understand from yesterday session. Okay, then review and launch the server. That's all. Okay, so while launching the server, you can create the one key. That key will help you to log in into the system. That also we understand. Okay, I have already created key yesterday or sometime back. I can use the existing key also. So this is the way how we can create the Linux Windows server. Okay. In the same way, let Windows server create, and let me go with the Linux server. Any questions here? Once you terminate,
yeah, once again, if you're creating the key, right? The same key we can use for all the servers, or
yes, same key we can use for all the servers.
I mean, for Windows servers, we can use the same key for all the Windows servers, right?
Yes, any servers. But company mostly what we can do, we can create 2 or 3 keys. Okay, one is for Windows server, one is for Linux server, because those are the different teams are working. That's way sometime. Okay, so Windows server or Linux server, or sometime third-party tools like any NetApp or any storage kind of. For that one more keys we are using, like different keys. Normally we have 2 to 3 keys sometimes, but the same that means, like, see for example how it is doing in backend, like while creating the server like Windows server, it is creating the key. That AWS is creating one key and assigning this key to this server, so that we can, while accessing that server or while accessing the server from our laptop, I need to have this key so that my system can understand, oh, this key is I have the key, so I am the trusted user, so it will allow to connect. Suppose if it is the old key, already key is there, then you can, while creating the server, you are assigning the same key only. So same key, but while generating, by using this key, it will generate the new password, which is not for all the servers. Like, let us take example, you have you created 2 servers or 3 servers by using the same key. Okay, by using the same key, this is the key you are using one key and 3 servers. These 3 servers should not have the same password, even it is using the same keys. It is using the same key. This key is for our company reference. Oh, we can do the guys who is having this key, they can able to log in. But while logging, this password is different. This password is different. This password is generated different. Okay, because the servers which are the servers are created by using these keys are generating the password based on this key. That's why. You understand this, right?
Yeah, got it. Thank you.
So that is the one point we need to understand. Now let me go to the Linux server. Okay, if I go to the Linux Red Hat 7 or whatever the version you want, you can create, you can select, and you can configure on which network you want and everything, and you can go with what type of storage you want, and what is the tags and security groups. Normally security group SSH needed for this. If you want a web services website you want to deploy on the server, you can go for HTTP port number, or if you want to use for this is for Oracle, you can define Oracle RDS, or whatever the port number you want. Okay, so you just define from here itself. Okay, so that is the one important. Okay, so let me define this, then launch the server. That's all. So while creating the, I told you, right, you can use existing keys or you can use the different new keys. Okay, so suppose if I let me create the new key here. Okay, RHEL7 suppose. Okay, I'm downloading the key. That key is downloading to my desktop. Let me copy that. Yeah. In the meantime, so I can download and I can launch the server. Now the server is ready. So two servers are created as of now. So now how to access these servers is the important here. How to access the server. Like yesterday we already discussed about this. How to access the servers. 1 second. What is the key? This is the key. You can use this key to connect to them. One second. Yeah, it is there. Key is there. Now let me connect to the server. Okay. Let me try to connect Windows server first, then Linux server. Okay. Suppose like this is the Windows server. This is based on this AMI. You can understand. Oh, this is the Windows server. Otherwise, you need to give the tag. So tag also will help you to understand what server it is. Okay. Once you created this. RHEL, you can define the Linux server. Now we are good with the Windows server as well as Linux server. Suppose how to connect to the Windows server, everyone know this, right? You can use like you can connect directly from here. You can get the password. The password is generated from the key which is provided by the key. Okay, you need to pass the key. I have already key with me, Windows key I use. Okay, so I can generate the password. Now the password is ready. Okay, I can generate the password and I can provide the password to you guys and you can connect to the system. Okay, but the IP address is, this is the IP address you can access. Okay, so this is the way how we connected to the server yesterday. Okay, so I hope everyone understand up to this point how to connect to the Windows server. If anyone is not clear how to connect to the Windows server, let me know. Here you can see like what
default IP address is IPv4, right?
Yeah, default IP address is IPv4 exactly. Yeah. So that is interview question even. Default IP address is IPv4. Yes. Now coming to here, if you go to the Linux server is a little bit different. Okay, how to connect to the Linux server? Linux server always we can connect through the PuTTY. Everyone knows this, right? PuTTY is the one tool to connect to the Linux. While connected to the Linux server through by using PuTTY, we need to provide the IP address. Once we provide the IP address, then it will look for the. Still, you cannot able to connect. You can see the. One second. Yeah. Okay. There is no network. Yeah. This is the IP address. Okay. Let me try to access. Oh, this is the Windows address. That's right. Yeah. This is the Linux address. Let me connect to the PuTTY. This is the tool to connect to the Linux server. If it is Windows server, MSTSC is the one. Microsoft remote desktop, like Microsoft Service remote desktop. Okay, by using that we can connect. But whereas in Linux, you can use the PuTTY. PuTTY already is I already shared with you guys. Or you can go to the Google. You can download in 1 minute. Or our team will share with you. Okay, I think you got all the documents, including your like tools, required tools and all. Okay, if anyone is not received the document, let me know. I will share it with you. Okay, so like see, for example, now I'm trying to connect it to my Linux box. Yeah, let me see. Okay, here by default user, one important thing you need to remember here is default user for Linux is always EC2-user. Okay, now it is throwing some error. Here you understand how to connect to the Linux server. The step one is you need to use the PuTTY, the one tool to connect to that. The second point you understand, you need to use the default user, like EC2-user is the one, and it is not allowing because it is asking for the trusted key. What is the trust key from my laptop to that system? Okay, to connect. Okay, so definitely we need to provide something trusted key from my laptop to the server which is connected from AWS. AWS is the one where we created one Linux server. That server we need to connect from my laptop. Okay, from my laptop to I need to connect. Okay, where is the trusted key? That key is the key generated by our system, our Linux system at the time of creating that key with me. That key I need to pull out into the PuTTY. Okay, so that I'm able to log in. See, let me show you that. Yeah, then I can give the connection. There is a SSH and authentication. Here, yeah, here there is a authentication. Okay, you need to go to the browse. I will show you again, don't worry, because if it is important, if it is little bit complicated, I will teach most of the time twice. Okay, so just to try to follow one time. If you are not, you can follow the second time. Okay, so this is the way how we have one desktop, right? In desktop we created one file, that is the, can you see this rhl7.pem file? But it is looking for the ppk file. You see this? It is looking for the file which is generated by AWS is the ppm file. Okay, everyone understand? Anyone stuck anywhere? Here, first of all, what we are trying to do, we are trying to connect our Linux server which is created in AWS from my laptop. For that, what I try to do, I am using a PuTTY tool. Okay, while connecting PuTTY, it is not allowing directly. We need to provide the trusted key which is generated by the AWS. But still, I am trying to provide this, but it is not allowing to me to access. Okay, here from when provide this trusted key, that trusted key you need to provide in PuTTY there is a option like SSH. In SSH there is a authentication. There you need to browse the key wherever your key is located. I have desktop. I created the key in the desktop. Okay, if I say like all, and I can try to import the PEM file, but it will not allow you to import the file again, because it is always looking for the public key. I mean, like there is a PPK format file. Can you see this? Yeah, it is clearly saying you are unable to import this key. That PEM is like, it is not allowing to open. Okay, suppose if I use EC2-user, still you cannot able to connect, because it is always looking for the PPK file, public private key format. Okay, for that, to convert to PEM to PPK file, to convert PEM to PPK file, there is a PuttyGen. PuttyGen, the one tool to convert the PEM file to PPK file. For that, what you can do, you can go to the import key, and you can extract this key. Then you can save the private key. Here, important thing is public key is different, private key is different. Here, this is the private PPK means public private key. Okay, so that public private key is generated, so that we need to save. Okay, so now you can give like RHEL7. You can give any name from the desktop. Now there is a new file is created, that is the PPK format. Okay, if anyone still confusion, let me know. I will explain again what is PPK, what is PEM, why we need to convert, what we are using to convert PuttyGen tool, how to connect Putty is the tool, all these options. If anyone is not clear, let me know.
Swami here. I just joined there. Can you repeat again, if you don't mind?
Yeah, if you join, yeah, I will explain again. Don't worry. Yeah, one sec. But our time is always, we are very prompt, man.
Actually, I put the link.
But sure. I can see 2 minutes delay. Maybe your time, whatever the time I set up in my laptop is different. I think I need to check that. I can see people are joining for 2 minutes before than me. I think I need to adjust my timings. What is the exact time in India now?
It's 5:51.
Yes, 5:51.
1 minute delay. Okay, that's okay. Yeah. So we need to start exact time, because we have only 1 hour time, right? So we have limited time. Yeah. Okay. No problem. Yeah. Here, once a while, it's okay. No issue. Yeah. Here the thing is, luckily you have the recorded session. You don't worry about this. Okay. Here, what I am trying to do, I am connecting through Putty. You are basic like Unix or Windows.
Yeah, I take care of multi-OS environment like Linux, Solaris, and
you know the Putty and all. That's why I just explain about Putty only. Okay, what is the Putty tool to connect to remote system? Well, connecting. While connecting to the Linux server, it is always looking for the key. That key is the one which is generated by the AWS. Yesterday we downloaded key, right? That key we need to use here. Okay, that key we need to use. But the direct key is not allowed to convert, like to connect to the server. It is always looking for the PPK format instead of PEM format. Okay, that PEM to PPK format we need to convert by using, there is a one tool like PuttyGen. PuttyGen is the one tool to convert PEM to PPK format. Once we converted, then we can browse the file like which is the PPK format. Now you can able to see the PPK format. Okay, so now you can able to connect. Okay, now yeah, let me see. Yeah, EC2-user is the one. So sudo su-, you can become as an administrator. Okay, now you are the root user, you are the administrator. Now you can do anything. Okay, once we enable this, then we can enable the access, then we can do that. Okay, so this is the way how we can access the server. Okay, once we enable this access, then we need to provide the direct access. It depends upon company what they need. Okay, I can change the password for root like WLCOM welcome 123, WLCOM welcome 123. Okay, if I provide this address, anyone from the team, can someone share your screen which those who are having putty installed?
Yes, I can.
Muhammad,
I
yeah.
can.
Lucky, I found Muhammad. At least you are sharing some batches. You know, I need to beg them. Hey, please share your screen so that they will get the benefit, right? Because we can see the live environment. I'm wondering, like, I'm not stealing anything from their desktops, right? Oh my God, yeah. This is the IP address.
Okay. So this is my IP address. Okay. Yeah, this is IP address. Okay.
No. Don't take your IP address. You need to connect it to my server.
Okay.
Let assume you are the Linux administrator. I am the AWS administrator. I created account.
I will connect.
Yeah.
IP address.
Yeah.
IP address again. Your IP address is which one?
Yeah, exactly. I shared with you.
Oh, sorry.
Can you post your IP address in chat?
Yeah,
Yes,
I already gave.
Yeah.
This is for that Linux, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, let me change my name so that.
54.225.44.238. Okay. I'm connecting.
Yeah, that's all.
EC2 hyphen user. Okay, system.
So you are not able to log in because the direct root login is not enabled.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
what I can do, I can go to the server. Those who are not Linux, don't worry about this. This is completely taken care by the Linux administrator. Okay, your task is done. You need to create the server and hand over to the administrator. That's all, by providing only this task. Okay, via etc sshd.config configuration file. You need to edit this file. Yeah. You need to edit this file. Once you edit this file, there is a permit root login equal to option. You need to enable this. You need to remove the comment. Now what we are trying to do, how to connect to the Linux server. Okay, while connecting, we understand how to connect directly. But if customers need to access, okay, here this is the password authentication. It is showing yes. Okay, instead of that, you need to make it. There is a no, right? You need to make it yes, so that you can able to connect to the two steps. What we did here, I open the file etc sshd.conf file. Okay, then I change the two things. One is permit root login equal to yes. The second one is there is a authentication equal to no. Password authentication, we need to make it yes. Okay, so this is the configuration file. You can note it down somewhere. Even our document is giving all this information. You have the recorded also. If still not able to access, our team will help you. Even I will also help you. Okay, in our group, I will add one guy. He's lab instructor also. He will help you all these things. Okay, so now coming to ser vic service sshd restart restart. We need to restart the service ssh, as this is the Red Hat 7. We need to use this command. Okay, that's all. Now Mohammed, could you please try to connect now? Yeah, go to Kuti. Yeah, you can take the new session again. This may be old one, right? Password is welcome123. Can you try to small welcome123 all? Maybe you need to take the new session. Yeah, fresh session. Yeah, can you take new session? Yeah, it's 54 to 225 44 228.
I think password is wrong.
Welcome123.
Yes,
Not
I put
working.
welcome on the only.
It's working.
Welcome on
No, it's not working.
not working.
Yeah, let me reset again. PASSWD root WLCON welcome123. One second, maybe it is taking different word. Okay, let me use SSWD root.
Root it is working. If you select the root user, then it is working.
Yeah, you need to use root only because that's what we need to do. We need to bypass this user.
Okay, fine.
Here our job is we need to bypass the EC2 user because anyone can connect, right? That's what we need. Okay, we should not allow the root EC2 default user. We need to allow our user. Normally in companies, even this user also not, like root also we will not enable. Then what we can do? Yeah, we
Now you can able to log in.
You can able to, right? Yeah, let me do one thing. In real environment, what we can do, even we will not enable the root. So user add MIKE mic, okay? So PASSWD MIKE mic, and I can WLCOM welcome at the rate of 123. I'm giving at the rate of WLCOME at the rate of 123, okay? I created and I am adding him to the sudo ERS file as a sudo. Those who know the Linux don't know about this. This is not our job, but I am giving little bit extra extra steps for the guys who are like Linux, who understand Linux. And if you don't know, also it is very easy steps we are giving. Okay, even I will help you to create the some Linux steps also. Okay. If anyone wants Linux documents, let me know. I will share documents I have. Yeah. So here, mic. We just need to give the MIK. That's all. Mic is the user. Yes. So now mic can able to suppose. Could you please log in as a mic now? Let me make you presenter. This is the real.
What is the password?
Even direct root, so we never give.
No, what is the password for mic?
Welcome at the rate of 123.
It's okay.
At the rate of 123.
MIK. Welcome.
MIK, yeah. Small welcome, all small letters, welcome at the rate of 123.
Yes.
Yeah. The sudo su-root. Sudo su-.
Sorry.
No, sudo sudo, because I am not given direct root login to you. Sudo access I provided you. Sudo space su-. Sorry. Sudo space. No, you can. Yeah, you can skip that. Sudo control C. Yeah. Again, control C can come out. Sudo sudo su-. Yeah, su space hyphen. Yeah, enter. Enter. Yeah. Now you can do the welcome@123. That means even you don't know the root password. You don't have any control. You have only, you become as a root, but you are not the root.
But ID,
This is the
ID
real.
saying
Yeah.
root only.
Yes. You become as a root by using the sudo. You are not directly root again.
Exactly.
So this is the way how really we are working in the company. So you understand, right? Anyone still confusion? Let me know what we did here. First of all, what is our topic? How to connect it to the server? What server it is? It may be Windows, it may be Linux. If it is Windows, how to connect? Directly there is a connect option. You can connect our MSDSC, provide the IP address, and you can connect. That is the one. How to connect the Linux server? While connecting to the Linux server, we can use the PuTTY. But PuTTY, it will not allow directly. You need to pass the key, security key, the secret key which is generated by the AWS. That will also not allow directly. You need to because the key which is generated by the AWS is the PEM file. But we should not use PEM file. We need to convert that PEM file to PPK format. How to convert that PEM file to PPK format? PEM file to PPK format. There is a PuTTY is the one tool to convert the PEM file to PPK format. Once we converted PEM to PPK, we can use that. Okay, but what is the default user here? The default user is always like EC2-user. Okay, we need to use the default user like that. That is the one we can connect while at the time of creating only the first time login only. Once we created once you connected by using sudo, then you need to use sudo su-, then you become as a root. Once you become root, then what we need to do? We need to enable. We need to enable the direct root login, or we need to enable the direct root login, or you need to enable the any user to login. Mostly in companies, we never enable the direct root login. Sometimes if you are providing this server to the Linux administrators, yes, we can enable the direct root login and we can provide for him. Then he will take care of the user's part and all. Okay, that is the real work how we are performing. If still anyone confusion, let me know. I will explain again.
The thing is the procedure to change it PEM to PPK. That is
the only difference. That is also very simple. Like there is a PuTTY one tool you can download from the Google, or we already shared with you our documentations. Like it has everything. So I think it has. Let me check one time. Anyone?
No, I have PuTTY it with me, but the thing is, how to convert that? That's why I need.
Yeah, converting is very simple. Like, let me show you that. Okay.
Okay. Fine.
Yeah, converting is PuTTY is the one tool. You just go to the PuTTY, click on that. You just go here and you can import the key, which is the PEM file. That PEM file you need to go to conversion. You need to import. Then you need to use the PEM file to convert into the PPK file. Then you can save the private key. Wait, you can use any key like TEST test key. Any name, you can give any name. Now this is the PPK format file. Got it, right? So if you go here, technical notes, I can see like AWS. This AWS has everything, I think, including the tools as well. The tools is needed for so many places, hands-on live, notes and PPK, and like tools. These tools are most useful tools really. So here, SQL developer, we need. These are all we need while doing practical. Like so many places. PuTTY, you have PuTTY, you have just download and you can use your command line utilization and Python, and we have like websites, some sample websites we have. These are the websites we are going to deploy. and so many things we have here. Okay, so just to, I hope everyone received this AWS administration documentation. If anyone is not received, let us know. Our team will send it to you. Okay, so now this is the way how we can connect to the Linux server. If any questions, let me know. Then there is another way to connect. Like if you go to the connect option in the Linux, you can see the options also, like how to connect. Okay, see, let me show you that. Yeah, it's still loading. That recorded one, don't expect the same day, next day only you can get it, because you know it's almost too late for you guys, right? Like if we put the recorded one, it will take a lot of time, some time to see. I added this 1 hour before and it is coming, so it will take for the team to record, to store and store it, and you know, it will take a lot of time. That's why you may expect next day. Yeah, I know this excitement only first few days. After that, you never look into these things. No one. I'm also. Yeah. So like, see, we are how to connect to this. Okay, so very simple. You can connect from directly Java console. If your browser is enabled with Java, you can directly connect from here itself. If it is not enabled, you cannot connect. If any one of your system is enabled with, mostly it will work with the other browser like Internet Explorer. Okay, if you have, you can try with that. Okay, if you don't, otherwise you can ignore. Okay, or the second option, we have multiple options to connect to the Linux server. One is PuTTY, just now we discussed it. The second one is directly from the console. The third option is you want to connect from one Linux server from your on-premises to AWS server. Okay, Linux server to Linux server. How to connect from one Linux server to another Linux server? We just connected through a PuTTY Windows server. Okay, but we need to connect from Linux server to Linux server. You just follow these steps. Very simple. You need to have this is the interview question. What is the permission for the PEM file? Okay, that is 400 is the permission. You need to remember that. Okay. And you need to copy the key where you want to connect, from where you want to connect, SSH and the server name at the rate of this. This is the option how we can connect. If anyone, any questions, let me know. Here multiple options.
But the Linux server should be in the internet, right?
Yeah, exactly. It should be routable, exactly. You have two Linux servers. One is two Linux servers in the AWS. You want to connect between these two Linux servers. Okay. Suppose you want to do some copy of the files, or you want to do some backup kind of thing. So many times these two systems will communicate it together. Okay. In that case, you need to provide this keys. In that case, we are not using PPK file. PEM file only we are using. Got it, right?
Is there any option for the connecting the console? No option, right?
No, this is the console only. Where we are connected. This is our AWS management console.
No, that is okay. But I'm asking about that Linux server console.
We have like we can see. No, it is not like that. Like I understand what you are looking. We have one option. I will show you, but it's not exactly the same what we are expected from the physical console. If you go to the physical console and VMware console is different, right? In the same way here it is again different. Okay, we can connect to the server, we can see the status, but we cannot do anything with that console. Yeah, we can see the status. If the server is stuck in somewhere, you want to see where it is. You want to restart. Here, most of the options, but there is no much troubleshooting. If your server is running, okay. If your server is not running, you need to restart. That's all. If you still it is not running, if it is any crash or something, you can delete and create the new server. Because mostly our OS is different, application data is different. most of the time we will take every time we will take the snapshot of this. We no need to worry. You can delete this and you can create the new server 2 minutes and you can attach the application volumes and your server is ready. Like that we are working real. That's what they aim. It's not like, you know, repair and all. They don't want that.
As per the client requirement, right? Just,
Sorry?
building a new server. As per the client requirement, we are building a server.
Exactly.
Any troubleshooting, then we need to control for that.
Yeah, most of the time, you know, there is no much troubleshooting from the hardware level because there is no hardware at all. Yeah, you have only limited. Yeah. So now till now we understand how to create the servers and how to connect to the servers. We understand. Okay. Now we are going to understand how to understand like what is the server, what is the operations and all, you know, actions. Here actions, we have so many things to understand. We are just trying to understand the server operations. In these server operations, like see for example description. If you go to the description, you can see instance ID. Okay, this instance ID is always like fixed for this instance. Okay, this is the unique view. If you raise the case with vendor and he will ask, this is the first one, we need to give this is the instance ID we are facing. Because if you provide the server name or anything, they cannot understand. They can understand only instance ID. You can see the status of the server, instance model, and what is the security ports. You can see what are the ports are enabled for this server and all. You can change anytime, like whenever you want. You can just click on that and you can see what are the ports, security group. It will allow. You can enable the port numbers. You can disable and you can do whatever you want. Okay, that is the one more important. Now coming to now coming to
raising the question. I mean, raising the case with the vendor. And who is the vendor for this? Amazon only? It's
AWS only. Yeah, AWS only. You can go to the support center and you can create the ticket.
Okay. Right. For that, having a separate admin group, right? Resolving all the issues.
No, we need to do. AWS
So we are the part of that support team.
No, you are talking about this support. No, that AWS support team, they will help us.
Okay.
Once you create the ticket, then AWS support. AWS means that Amazon company.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah, I got it. But the difference, I'm just looking for that.
No. That's
part of support or...
Suppose we are the AWS administrators, right? For TCS.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, what I understand, you are thinking some other team, AWS support team from TCS, like that you are thinking.
Yes.
No. Like across the globe, whoever facing issues, they need to contact to the AWS, direct AWS company.
Okay.
Yeah, AWS itself, they have the big support teams across the globe.
Okay. So we are not part of that. We are not part of that support team. We will not go into.
If you selected for Amazon nowadays in Mumbai and Bangalore, Hyderabad, there is a lot of positions there in Amazon also. If you select for that, if you select
for that position, the same qualification required or any extra?
Yeah, they need certifications and all, same qualification only. They need little bit certification and good communication, and that's all.
Okay, that's good.
But good salary they are giving, 20 lakhs, 30 lakhs, 40 lakhs also.
Okay.
Yeah, there is a lot of positions. You know, you can just AWS one special is there. Like you can just go to the Amazon.com and Amazon.com and from career you can apply from there across the globe, anywhere. You can just go to the career here somewhere. You can find the career, and from there you can apply. Here somewhere you can check for that Amazon careers. You can even I saw behind my home also an office is there, big office. I saw the positions. Even I checked for the Hyderabad also. We saw some positions over there. Even I never look for this. My wife just she's looking around and she find, oh, there is a positions in AWS. We just go through that careers or Google, Amazon careers or something.
One more doubt we have. Actually, there is the various positions like solution architect, DevOps administrator, and AWS engineer, which is we can apply. Solution architect is there.
There is no positions like that, you know, AWS administrator like that only we can see. There is no solution architect positions or sysops positions like that. There is no positions at all. Okay, those are just certifications. Like suppose you completed Red Hat Linux paper 1, paper 2. There is no job like paper 1 jobs, paper 2 jobs, right?
Oh, that's fine. See, since we have, since I have more than...
Yeah, these are just certification point of view. They created multiple certificates. That's all.
Okay.
Yeah, you just spend a little bit time on this. There is a careers. Okay, otherwise I will share. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, that is the one. Now coming to, I can see so many people. They are trusting always like these times are what is that now Naukri and Monster and DAY6 and all. Okay, these are the second preference. The first preference, the company HR also guidelines are, is there any resumes in our portal? That is the first preference. The second preference is this. Third preference is contract. Like different preferences are there. No one is look for the companies. We need to look for that. You understand what I mean? If you apply directly to the company, that your resume is the first. Yeah. Now coming to, they should prefer your resume first. Yeah. So now we are trying to understand here again what is this and all. Here like what is the key we are using, and you know what is the key we are using when the server is created. What is the, just you can spend some time, you can find everything. Okay, how many Ethernet LAN cards are there? What is the network available? What is the private address? Normally it is creating two addresses, private addresses and public addresses. Normal. Okay, you can see the private addresses and public addresses. Okay, we never use the private and public separately. Okay. So private address is separate, public separate. Okay. So, but companies, we never use the public address. We will use only private addresses. But here we can test. We need to test the server. That's why we enabled the public. Unless your server is in public facing, you never connect. You never use the public server. Okay, public address. Like web services or sometime, you know, like those need to communicate with it. Some servers may be in DMZ zone, or those are the some rare scenarios we can enable the public address. And Ethernet address, LAN cards, how many LAN cards are assigned, and what is the root device, and how many hard disks, extra devices is there. Yes, we have one more hard disk. Like we can see all these things. Okay. If anyone just look over here, and if anyone any questions, let me know. In this all
Hello.
yeah, go ahead.
How can we connect to two servers at a time?
Two servers at a time means here we can, like that is putty only.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, through putty only we can connect multiple sessions, multiple servers.
Okay. Okay. Thank you for that.
Yeah, you can open one more session and you can, that is remotely. From here we cannot connect to servers.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Then the next option is status check. Status check is most important in interview. Even while working also we need this, because you know this status check is like system status check as well as instance status check. Okay, the system status check is the one it is checking for the actual physical server status check. Inside the VMs we are creating, right? That is checked by the instance status check. Okay, so this is most important again. Sometimes if it is failed, then you need to get alert for that. We can create the alarms also. Sometimes that depends upon what criticality it is. Okay, you can see that information also what it is exactly, like this check what it is checking. If you see here also, you can check like this check verify that your instances or operating systems are accepting the traffic or not. Like that you can understand what is instance like status check as well as system status check. If anyone any questions, let me know.
No, please again explain about system status check and instance status check.
Yeah, system status check is the one it is giving the actual physical server status check. Like you created one instance, right? What is this exactly? This is the VM server, virtual server.
Yeah. Okay, that is instance. Okay.
Yeah, it must be created from any one of the physical server, which may be Dell or HP or whatever the servers they are using. First, it is checking whether this server is having accepting all the traffic, or its server is up and running, or server is allowing the traffic, or everything is okay with this server.
Okay.
The instance status check is the one which you created one server, right? It is allowing the packet from the physical server, or how the connections and what is the status of this. Got it, right?
Yeah. Okay, sir.
Yeah. Here monitoring, you will understand more about the monitoring because there is a separate tool, like CloudWatch is the one separate tool we have. There we can define so many monitorings, and we can automate, and we can do dashboards, and we have many things. As of now, here we can just monitor our system status. Like if you enable this, yes, you can create your alarms for CPU or memory or what purpose you want. You can define some actions also based on what you want. So we can do so many things here. Okay, that is the monitoring. So tags you already know, right? If you define any tag, so this server is for so and so purpose, this server is for so and so department. Like that we can define this server. Okay, that is the one more important. Yeah. If anyone any questions about these 4 options, let me know. Yeah. Now coming to here actions. We are trying to understand actions now. Okay. Here you can see like any options, like if you want to add extra fields also you can add. If you want just to view for viewing purpose, okay, you can see instance profile, and you can see IO image. A lot of things you can see from here. Whenever you get time, you can just go here like that. Okay, so that is the one, and that's all. I think this is, I don't know even this, or this is just to see this thing. Okay, this is okay. Now coming to here actions. If you want, you know what is connect option. You know how to get the password also. Just generate the password. Okay, just go to here and you can download the EM file. You can generate the password. This is the way how we can generate the password. If customer is asking, hey, I need the password for, not for the first, this is for first time only. Okay, so then coming to here like this. If you want to create the same kind of server, you can use this like this option. Same server means like same kind of server in the sense like same OS only. It is not creating the same data or whatever it is. Okay, it is creating only same server, not the data. You understand what I mean? If you select like this option, it will create only OS as same, not the application data and application. That means, like, suppose let me connect to this server. Let me connect to this server. Yeah, which will take some time. Samu, don't make sound. Yeah, I'm adding some data also. Here, see, for example, I'm going to the disk and I'm creating some data. Like I'm creating one folder, I'm creating some text file, I'm creating some notepad, TST, test, I'm adding some data also. Okay, so now I'm taking this server as a like, it's not the image, that's what I'm telling you. Okay, now I'm creating this server same as it is. Okay, so I want to create same like this option. Like this option I am creating, that means it is taking you to the last step of your server. That means you are creating the same kind of server. Like you have multiple web servers, you want to create same. Hey, some customer is asking, I need the same kind of server. Okay, just you need to select that and same like this, that option. Okay, you can launch. That means it is creating the same server, everything is same. Okay, except OS data and OS application data as well as OS. Okay, it won't create any, it won't copy any data and all. That's what we need to test here. Okay, so that is the option like this. If anyone still confusion, let me know what is like this, how to get the password, how to connect these three options.
It's like taking a clone or
it's not clone, it's not clone. That's why here only you are creating the clone, means it will come everything including OS as well as application, passwords, users and everything, it will come, right? But we are not creating anything like that. We are just looking for the OS. I need same kind of OS like that.
Just for similar setup, right?
From that,
just like similar operating system.
Okay. But the customized will not come to the new server, right? Customized application, application file system, all those things.
Exactly. So if you go to the next state, like instance states, okay, here stop, reboot and terminate. You know, everyone know this. Okay, if I want to terminate the server, yes, I can terminate the server. That's all. Okay, if I want to reboot the server, yes, I can reboot the server. I can, if I want to stop the server, I can stop the server. Okay, so that is the way how to stop, how to reboot, how to terminate, and all these options, these three options. Okay, so the terminate, stop, start, and reboot, 4 options, you know. So now let me try to connect to the server, the one which we created, same as like this option. Still it is coming. And in the meantime, if any of your friends are looking for a new batch, okay, we are starting at 3:30 p.m. IST, okay, 3:30 p.m. IST from 14th, Monday onwards. Okay, if any of your friends are looking, let them know. Okay. Yeah. Just to share with them this our webinar. They can same like you guys. Okay, they can attend for 3 days free sessions. If they are comfortable, they will continue. But what I understand, from 4th day onwards, it is the session is good, I think, right? What is your feelings?
Yes, exactly. Yes.
Yes. Yeah, so far it's understandable. You can be able to capture all this.
Yeah. No, for the demo, the people who wants to decide, right?
Demo itself it was impressed me. So that's the reason only I joined.
Oh, thanks, guys.
Yeah.
So here, if you want to start, yeah, here the problem is if we have some real knowledge already on the infrastructure, yes, it is you can easily understand. But sometimes, you know, the guys who are coming without any infrastructure background, yes, they may be little bit confusion. And there some people, they are already having good experience. Also, they attend some demos, or they attended some videos and all. They feel like, oh, this guy is explaining only basic stuff, because the demo itself, it is like that. That is the very dangerous session for me, even because I cannot manage myself even. We have stuff, but you know, you understand that. Yeah, it's tough. But only the way is if you guys are convinced them, oh, okay, they will believe instead of me. Yeah. See, I created the server. I'm connecting to that server now. Okay. Let me see. We'll go up to end like this only. Every point, at least you try to identify. I'm giving twice, every topic twice. You just try to understand one time. The next time, at least, okay, one time if you are okay. Otherwise, second time also you can recover. You can try to understand. Okay, this is the way how I am planning. And after this session also, we'll conduct one long session. It is very helpful session. There we can discuss interview questions, and whatever you are not understanding, we'll discuss. We'll go with many things. And tomorrow also, I will give you the overview of the today's session. Then you can follow up, and if you have any questions, you can ask. And also, I'm very happy to like, you know, if you have hundreds of questions also, I'm fine, because it will not take much time, you know. Suppose our course is like 1 month duration. If you are asking 100 questions also, it may be maybe 2 more days extra. I'm 100% fine with that. Nothing will happen. You should understand each and every point. Okay. Now see, for example, no problem. That's why even I'm going to everything is practical. You know, see, for example, we created now I'm going to here. Can you see here itself? You can identify that the device which is D drive is not came. That means your application will not copied. Your application is not taking as it is. Okay, you are only OS. See, your files, you created some folder and files and text files you created. Nothing is here. That means it is copying same as it is, only OS part. That we need.
What is the difference? What is the difference between we are selecting over the this one? I mean, while creating, we are selecting AMI.
No, that AMI will understand tomorrow session. That AMI is the complete server, including username, passwords, and application data, everything. That is the cloning. This is just cloning of your operating system. This is the cloning of your whole server. That is like sometimes, you know, your application team is doing some task and something they want to do. They will ask us to take the image of the server in case if anything happened to that application, if it is crashed or if they are unable to restore, then they will ask us to, hey, I need the server same as it is before my activity. Then we can go here and we can just restore that. That we will test from tomorrow's session. Yeah. Anyone still confusion between like this option and image AMI? Like this is only operating system. We don't care about what is there in the system. I need same kind of model, hardware model, OS, version, and security group, and this name also we got the same thing, right? See, like everything same as it is, OS part, not the application part. Okay, I think everyone good. If anyone any questions, let me know. I will explain tomorrow. Okay. Thanks everyone. Thank you so much. We'll meet you tomorrow.
Thanks, Reddy.
Thank you. Bye. Take care.
No problem.